Do you own an S7 Edge thing? If not, then please move right along. But if you do, then Doc Artisan has the sport wallet case made just for you. It holds a lot of cards and is made of a lot of leather. Let's check it out. Like the iPhone version, the Samsung versions are also wrapped in a thick leather folio with rolled edges all around that's meant to last longer than glued ones. The wide flat flap is held on with a magnet, and inside is a detachable case that has a sheet of leather on the back similar to the folio and the soft matte rubber shell. There are some fairly strong magnets aligned here that match the magnets on the case to keep it in place. To install, simply go volume side first, then snap the opposite corners in place. And surprisingly, with the heavy S7 Edge installed, the magnets do a really good job at holding on. Just don't do this for fun. There are cutouts for the power, SIM tray and mic on the top, volume buttons, and through at the bottom. The sides of the case are lowered to accommodate the unique design of the Edge series, and it's pretty convenient that the leather on the sides are thin so to allow for pass-through clicking and not have to constantly open the flap. Unfortunately, there isn't a cutout for the camera, but thanks to a nifty magnet mount, it's still pretty easy to get to. This is a wallet case, and oh so many pockets it has. There are 3 card slots, an ID window with quick access, an inner pocket for larger items, and another behind that. That's about 8 cards if you really wanted to. Although with it fully packed, you will be about tripling the size of the device. Of course, you can cut down and store cash, coupons, receipts, or anything relatively flat. The magnet backing also doubles as a stand for your S7 Edge. Simply release half the magnets and set the device on top of your cards. It's fairly stable but gets much better when the leather breaks in, otherwise to begin with, it will have a hard time staying up. The beauty of the magnet design is that it's not stuck on one angle and can be adjusted to your liking. If you really want, it can also be used in portrait, but is more of a reading view than it is a stable angle. This makes it great for watching videos, browsing the web, and even using with an external keyboard. Now that large and annoying flap hanging around is also manageable as the front cover has a built-in magnet to keep it secured. Flipping the whole front around also holds it in place, but not fairly strong. But it does allow for a comfortable grip in one hand as you're not trying to keep the flap from falling around at all times. Now here's the real winner though, the detachable case. As much as I love leather, I also love dishing the bulk when I don't need it. You can slap it onto a magnetic dock like their own mag mount. It's just way easier and safer to take calls without your card sticking out. And it's much easier to take selfies without something hanging around. Unfortunately, due to the design of the S7 Edge, the rubber shell doesn't do much in protecting the screen. So it depends heavily on having the leather folio attached, as the leather does extend beyond the case, hopefully preventing the device from actually contacting any surfaces when dropped. And you can actually hear the thick leather does a pretty good job at absorbing the impact, and that's mainly due to the wider than usual magnetic flap closure that holds it in place unless you shake it like you mean it. And as for card security, it's the same with a full set of cards or just one. It stays in place no matter how hard you try, but it does slide right out when you need it. Although this may change as the pockets stretch over time. It retails for $95 and comes in a light brown, dark brown, as well as a black leather. Now I'm not super fond of folio cases simply because it's always so bulky. But the Sport Wallet case solves that problem because you can just do this and ditch the bulk. Well, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe below and let me know in the comments which case you'd like me to review next. I rest my case.